Hi there, I'm Ken Poletski with Community Real Estate Group, Keller Williams, right here in Southeast Washington State. Well, I am currently sitting in our Market Center training room, and this is where we hold our monthly business meetings. We do our training classes and help launch careers in the real estate industry. So, pretty exciting place to be. I spend a lot of time in here working with new agents as they get introduced into the market. And then, of course, our business meetings where all the seasoned agents come from the Keller Williams office and talk about what's happening. So pretty cool place to be hosting this today. And I thought I would just give you the monthly market update numbers and tell you what's going on in our market. So it's been a really fun month to enjoy. And it's one of my favorite times of the year because of the weather. So let's just jump into our market report. Remember, we had a hike of about just over 1,000 homes in November. Well, here we are 7 months later, and we're sitting at about 916 active properties. These are properties that range from manufactured homes on rented spaces to multi-million-dollar ranches or farms and such that are active residential properties in the greater Tri-Cities areas. 916 of those are currently active on the market, with 365, a little over a third, being new construction. So it's kind of an interesting percentage there that, in an area of 300,000 plus people, that we only have 900 total homes, and then 365 of those are new. And then just a percentage of those are completed new, right? And a lot of those are under construction or to be built models. So that still shows a low inventory of what's happening out there and why the buyers are kind of sitting on the fences. And I would say they're mostly sitting, still waiting for that interest rate to drop. It's not going to happen. So if you're thinking about it, get out there now and get active, because there's a lot of home buyers that are doing that. The pricing has changed a bit. This is probably our first month that the new construction and the total market is about the same, right? We're $546,000 for the average new home, $548,000 for the total market. So that's telling me that we've kind of come in line with what pricing is done. So we'll start to see maybe a little small shift there. But if you looked at it month over month, you've been seeing a slight increase looking at that. And I circled some numbers here to point that out. And that was just to show that we've equaled out. But when you go back to last year at this time, we had $582,000 total market average compared to a $548,000 market. So that's a big difference, right? New construction is even bigger, $616,000 average price, and this year $546,000. We talked about that before. It wasn't all price. There were smaller homes being built. There are amenities that got taken out, right? Instead of full yard landscaping, you might only get the front yard landscaping. Those were ways that the builders found to be competitive, and now we're seeing them competitive with the home sellers that are out there competing for the same buyer. So it's kind of an interesting tell on what's happening, and we'll continue to see that as it goes. The days on market has been kind of steadily coming down recently. We're at 80 days average on market for the active properties that are still on the market. And the 108 days for the average new construction that's still on the market. Remember, actives are what's looking for buyers, and then pendeds are what's under contract and looking to close, right? And then solds are what we're going to base some of our projections on for the year, and help assist our clients in that process. So let's look at the pended properties. These are properties under contract, same categories with the manufactured homes, so rented lots to the large $1 million properties. So we have been seeing in the light pink, you've been seeing a steady climb in the 2024 market, right? We saw the same thing because we are seasonal. I mean, we generally peak in the mid to late summer, but you can kind of see that in the dark black, what last year looked like, and then the light pink for what it's looking like this year. 559 pended properties as of the beginning of May of 2024, same as last month in April. Last year, we only had 485, which means we're probably projecting, if you look at all of those January, February, March, April, and May, to sell more homes in 2024 than we did in 2023 when the interest rates are up, right? And so that's showing you that the buyers that are out there have acclimated to saying, okay, we're going to continue to shop, we're going to continue to buy, relocate and move and such. What is helping with that is a lot of the sellers that are actually out there on the market have had built up so much equity in the homes that they've sold that they're able to put very large down payments down and continue to move that market. So the pended properties is definitely something we're watching to see what that's going to look like, as it shows us a trajectory to close more homes than we did last year. The pended pricing, we've been watching month over month. If you look at these charts here, month over month, it's been a little bit higher this year than it was last year. Going back to, let's say, going back to March is when it started. So if we went back to March and we looked at the prices, the average 2023 price was $448,000. The average 2024 was $466,000. So that's an increase that the price changed a little bit. And then we're seeing that again in April, $435 last year, $459 this year, showing that it might be something that's here to stay. And then again in May, right? Again in May, pended properties were $453 last year, $467 this year. That tells me, sellers, that we're getting a little bit more money than we were last year at this time. So if you're thinking about it, or you put yourself on pause because you're worried that you weren't going to net as much as you could have, this might be the time for you to get that active on the market. Reach out to us. Hope you're subscribed to the channel. Hope you're sending us messages, because we're replying to people and giving them market analysis on their houses to show where they're sitting at there today. So that's 3 months in a row where we've seen an increase in pended prices from last year at this time. The same has been in the new construction realm as well, because remember 2022 and 2023 new construction kind of took a tail spin downward in that, but we're starting to see maybe a slight increase going the other direction, which would be nice for those builders out there. The average days on market for pended properties is generally a little bit less than what the actives, the ones that are still looking for buyers, is sitting at. 45 days for the pended total market and 53 days for the new construction. So that just shows you that if they're priced right, they sell much quicker, about half the time than what a home that's either unique in stature or make or architectural style, maybe location, or it's just price and the seller and the agent maybe have listed it a bit high, trying to test that market still. Looking at the sold data, I still leave the trend line on there just to show you what normal market is in our area, where it's an arching pattern because of the slower times in the end of the year and the slower times at the beginning of the year. But look at the pinks again. The pinks has been hitting month over month increases, except for the month of March. But April crushed it, right? 284 homes sold last year in the month of April. This year, 367. That's 80 homes or so more than what we did last year in April. And looking at those pended numbers that we looked at a few slides ago, it looks like May, June are set up to be the similar types of things because of the amount of properties that are coming off on the market and going pending. If you look at the new construction graphs here, the dark red down there, and compared to the dark blue, it's been consistent month over month compared to 2023, that 2024 is outproducing in that chart. So interesting numbers to be seeing. And actually, if you go right back to the beginning of this, that the active numbers are still up, the pended numbers are climbing. We're seeing the sold numbers climb. So good news, people, real estate's still moving, even with the rates that high as they are, even with the NAR settlement and crisis stuff that's going on, we're still prevailing, and the agents are still out there helping buyers and sellers be successful. So we're going to keep doing that, and we're going to really continue to work hard for our clients and analyzing these numbers and making sure that they're making great decisions in their real estate needs. Let's look at the monthly sold prices for 2024. So as we look at the arrows that I put down for you to see there, that this is the second month in a row that prices have actually increased over last year's numbers, right? April was $432,000 last year average price. This year it's $438,000. Small increase. 2 to 3% is nice and steady, people. I love 2 to 3%. If we can appreciate 2 to 3%, we are in a very healthy climate and a very healthy market. I don't want to think about what happened in 2020 and 2021 when the rates were going crazy or low and the market was insane and we were, growing by 15 or 20% per month. That was insane. So this is good news for us, home buyers and home sellers that are out there. And it also shows you buyers, if you're not out there buying right now, in next month it's going to be higher than last year's May, right? So same thing has happened in March and April. You could have bought for less money had you bought in last year. It's not by much yet, but if the inventory continues to drop, or let's say the interest rates drop, you're going to see a flood of buyers coming on the market. You will see the prices surge more than the 2 to 3% appreciation rate. So it's going to be something to be watching. So this is an encouraging number for you if you're a buyer or a seller, right? Meaning sellers, you're getting a little bit more, but you're also able to go out and buy something still while it's affordable, and you're not having to really just buy the one and only product that's on the market. You actually have options to go out and look at one of the 916 houses. So the average days on market, again, just as the pendants were less than the active, so are the solds, right? Meaning once a property goes pended, the days on market of marketing are gone, right? So they stop or pause. Sometimes if they fall out of escrow, they can go back and then accumulate more days on market. But 45 days average for sold properties in the Tri-Cities area in all price points is what the average is, 45 days. 102 for the new construction. They take a little bit longer. They're put on the market at different times. It's kind of hard to nail that down, but we're really encouraged by the days on market still being at 45. So it's about 2 months from active to pended to close is what you're probably looking at on that. So just to wrap up the whole year as a summary so far, you can look at this slide and it shows you that we have numbers going back to 2007. I try to just limit the amount of years we're looking at, but you can see where the recession hit, and you can see where the 2021 recession hit, right? The big drop in 2022 and then 2023, all interest rate driven. And now we are starting to fluctuate. So we're 1,260 current sold properties for the year. Yeah, that's the first 4 months of the year. So that's 300 something homes a year. We are not even into our peak season yet. So we'll watch that as it continues to grow. But my expectation is we're going to go way above the 3,600, probably into the 4,000 range, and what we're going to sell in 2024. Prediction, not sure. I don't have a crystal ball. I've said it before, but if I did, I wouldn't be waiting for very long if I was a home buyer. I'd be out there actively looking. Matter of fact, I do buy houses. So if you are thinking of selling and would like an option just to have a complete buyout, reach out to me. I'll come out and check it out. And if I don't buy it myself, I'm happy to put it on the market and use our marketing plan to help get you that property sold as well. So I hope these numbers are helping you come back to our monthly reports, and we do a weekly report. It's week over week to do as well. But these numbers are to help us help you. So I study them pretty thoroughly. I give them to the market center when we do our monthly meetings, and we look at it year over year. So if you have questions, I hope you're subscribing. You can always reach out to us at our office here at Keller Williams, and our team will be glad to help. We provide free home market analysis. If you are looking to know what your home is worth, we'll do that for free. All you have to do is subscribe, send us a comment, go onto our Facebook page, personal message us, or just give us an email or a comment or any of those things. So if you have more questions, just reach out to me, Ken Poletski, the Community Real Estate Group team here at Keller Williams in Kennewick, Washington. We handle all of the Tri-Cities areas from Yakima all the way to Walla Walla and even out to Moses Lake. So if you have any needs for buying or selling, we're happy to help and do a free consultation with you. So we're happy to help, and I hope you subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much.